Hello all you beautiful people out there, what is going on? This is your friend Birdie coming at you fast for another Paragon video, and today we're doing a little something different this time. We're actually going to be playing a live game. That's right, and none other than as Kallari right here. Finally, we're loaded up, okay? I had to redo this intro like 3 times because people kept Q dodging me because I kept picking Kallari. But I want to point out in this video that Kallari is not that bad, okay? She's not high tier, alright? She's not crazy competitive, okay? But that doesn't mean she's bad, okay? There's been plenty of teams that I've been on where my teammates as Kallari, me myself as Kallari, have won because if you know how to use Kallari correctly and you know her flaws and her advantages and her weaknesses and when to engage, when to not engage, you can really sway the team fight for your team. Granted that your teammates are good as well at understanding Kallari's abilities and peel for you well, okay? The thing that's difficult about Kallari is you basically have to play her like a ranger, but she's a fighter, okay? That's the most difficult thing. That's why she is the hardest character in the game currently, okay? Because of that attribute of hers. So, in this new meta, right, before I played a lot of Kallari back when. You guys can check out my Killer Kueen Kallari guide to see how the old Kallari worked and what kind of, ult she had and everything like that. But, the current Kallari right now is definitely a laner, okay? She is definitely a laner, usually in solo lane, in the blue lane, okay? And that's how we're going to play her this game, and we are going to just kind of play a little bit, okay? I'm not saying I'm a great Kallari, okay? I'm not a master Kallari. I'm not the best Kallari player in the world, okay? I'm not. But I just want people to kind of see some gameplay with her and just kind of get a bit more comfortable with her because she's really not that bad of a hero if you just understand how to play, okay? If you just understand what's going on, alright? So here's how we're going to start this off. We're going to go, and we're going to start this off, and we're actually going to go invisible, alright? Because I want to scope out the area a little bit. I want to see where they're at. I want to see who's where, who's doing what, okay? Okay, so we got Geist over here, just chilling. And I'm just going to, take the extra damage from this and just go. So that person went to go check if anybody was ganking. Nobody was. The reason I start with the stealth, I forget that her shit's a little delayed. It's been a little second. The reason I go with the stealth is because usually nobody this early game picks up wards. Okay, so it's a little easier to actually go and run away with the stealth ability of yours if somebody tries to gank you, okay? It's better than the backflip in my opinion. Oh, a little delayed on that. It's a bit difficult to multitask and talk about positive things with Kallari and farm as well, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to do is get our crippling dagger, just in case somebody wants to gank us, or somebody's going to gank left lane. I don't think anybody's going to gank left lane right now. So we're going to go invisible now to get away from her, get a little damage bonus, make sure we last hit this enemy. There we go. We're just going to keep farming. So this is how you farm with Kallari in the laning phase, okay? I like to start with a health token and a strike token because Kallari doesn't have much health. That's why I like the health token on her, definitely. Okay, definitely a good one. Gonna wait for the last hit on that. There we go. Nice gank on our steal, but then he's getting ganked. We're gonna finish that off and get our backflip now. Right now we're still just laning. We're just trying to get to level 5 so we can get our ult. That is the most important thing to us right now. We're not going to initiate any fights. Kallari is somewhat weak. Okay, we don't want to get aggro. Aggro is bad. But at the same time, as a fighter hero, Kallari can take aggro by body blocking pretty easily. So what we're going to do is we're going to use her dagger to help us with our last hits at this moment in time, okay? Now, you don't want to use too much mana. You don't want to use too much mana because you want to make sure that everything's okay. But you do want to kind of, be in their face a little bit. Just, always be there in the background like, hey, I'm a Kallari, I could still deal damage to you. And they're going to push up my lane a little bit. I'm just going to go invisible, okay, so they can stop that because that's not very nice. I should have hit that a little bit sooner so I could get the last hit. But it's all good. Not going to let her get any free damage on us, okay? Not going to let her get any free damage on us. We want her to push our lane like this. Okay, this is good, right? Do a little bit of damage to us. We don't really mind. Okay. She's pushing our lane because she's about to back most likely. We're not going to worry about it. We're not going to worry about it. We're going to let her do her thing. Okay. We might miss out on some farm, but if she's backing, then we'll get to level 5 before her. So I'm going to check real quick if she backed. Okay, she did back. So now we're going to try and get to level 5 so we can come back with our ult, okay? So we're actually going to hurry this along. We're going to hurry this process along while also maintaining these last hits, okay, on everything. Try to push this wave a little bit. Also without rushing it, though, okay? And there we go. So we got our ult. We can now back. I'm going to go ahead and back. The wave is now in the middle where it started, and this is good. So now we have a lot of stuff going on. So we're going to slot ourselves with a little bit of damage right off the bat, okay, with our Void Steel Dagger. We're not going to start with wards. I usually start with wards, but I like Void Steel Dagger because it gives you some pen as well. And now we're looking, okay? Now we're looking at the entire map. So while you're laning, you have to be able to multitask and look at the entire map and see where you need to gank at what times. Now also, make sure to try your very best to not gank when your lane is pushed, because then the person who's in your lane will just go and destroy the tower because of it. So that is the most difficult thing, okay, is understanding the balance between that. Alright, so we're just going to keep farming, no biggie. We don't mind. We'll let the things push, okay? Not going to let her deal any damage on us. That's what she wants. That's what she wants. We're just chilling. Enemy's missing now. Okay, so now we notice that she's not in our lane anymore. We're going to try and push this as quick as possible, okay? We're going to try and push this as quick as possible while also getting last hits. Okay, she's back. Never mind, we're not. Because what I wanted to do is if I push the lane, that gives me a little bit of freedom to go ahead and do whatever. Okay? Meaning whether it's an ult or nah, doesn't matter. She's getting kind of feisty, but we're just chilling, okay? We're not worried. We're just relaxed. And now we're just waiting for our teammates to go ahead and deal something here. Do something. Okay, she doesn't have her ward up yet, which is good for us. She's pushing this lane very hard. Pushing this lane very hard right now. So I kind of want to chill still. I don't want to ult anybody while she's this pushed up. Okay, I'd rather wait for her to go back. Being very aggressive, which is interesting. We're just going to wait for her mana to go back. It's okay. No biggie. Because we can actually deal some good damage on her if she does try and mess with us, okay? Which she doesn't. Smart on her play. We are playing against decent people, okay? I recognize a few of these names. So, we're just being very patient, okay? Good Kallari players are patient, okay? So now we notice she's backed. Now we're going to push this without too much care on the farm right now, okay? So we can push up our lane. We can be a bit more free with it. Use our dagger. Don't forget about that. That does help us, okay? We don't want to lose out on any farm either, but still, we're kind of trying to do this quick. The thing about Kallari is that she can OE pretty easily because of her invisibility, right? So here comes Bellica. Wait, I just saw their jungler back right there. So I'm going to clear this wave and then go back, okay? I don't even care about the last hits at this point. I just want to clear it and go back. Okay? Kind of waiting for my teammates to initiate something. Always keeping an eye on that. Always keeping an eye on that. I'm actually going to go ahead and get this jungle real quick. Okay? It's a level 3 jungle. Actually, I'm going to let Grux get that jungle. Alright, he's going to get this one. Alright, then I'm going to go back left then. Never mind. That was a miscommunication on my part, but let's see if Grux wants to help me with this. Okay, so she planted a ward there. That's interesting. Haven't seen people do that. So I thought I had enough time to take some jungle. This Bellica is super aggressive. So once she joins the fight, I can join the fight with my ult. I tend to like to use my ult defensively. Okay? That's my favorite way of using my ult. Okay, we'll let her deal some damage on us right here. Doesn't matter. I kind of want to save my mana a little bit. So I'm going to let my teammates know that she likes to OE a lot. I don't want to leave this lane until Belica leaves the lane. Because then she's going to take this tower. So I'm going to try and do my best to help out with this. Okay, there we go. Good job. So now my waves are coming in. I'm going to go ahead and hit... Oops, I hit the wrong person. I was going for the motherfucking Grim, and I hit the wrong person. So that's not good. I missed the rot. Yeah, and now Belica's on my tower. Okay, well that was a whoopsie daisies. I was going for Le Grim, and Chimera was in my way. So that's not good. Alright, so you usually want to focus on the Rangers, like I said earlier. You don't ever really want to go for the... Oh, come on, please don't be glitching out on me right now. You don't want to go for the... fighters, because Kallari doesn't have the same stats as other fighters, okay? She can't really 1v1 fighters. Now, honestly, in my defense... If this Grux were to just come left lane once in that entire first 10 minutes, he would have had a free kill. But he didn't. And so Belica was able to push that up, and that was just, you know, not enough pressure by Grux on that part of the map to let me, you know, go ahead and ult in peace. Because I honestly thought we were going to win that fight when I showed up, but we didn't, and then we lost the tower out of it. So that was just an awful, like, situation. That is what usually happens when, you know, you have people like me who are not the best at Kallari. At reading the situation. I'm definitely a bit more adept, I like to say. I mean, I'm almost level 7 with her. Like, I played her a lot. And post-patch as well. So, you know, I'm not completely... Oh, I missed. Well, I am awful at hitting minions with my throwing knife. Oh, come on. Thank you. So now that this Belica pushed my lane a little bit, I can actually have a bit more freedom when it comes to, you know, going ahead and... using my ult, because now she has a farther way to go. So she's here. I'm kind of overextended at this point, so I want to back up now. And maybe try and cause some damage somewhere, okay? My ult is ready, so I'm going to let them know that my ult is ready. Now they can go ahead and initiate. I'm waiting for Steel to initiate. Waiting for him to engage, okay? Because Kallari can never be the one to engage, okay? Never engage as Kallari. She's too squishy for that. There's no point. Don't ever do it. Now somebody's getting jumped on. So I'm going to go ahead, take advantage of that situation. Where the fuck is Saberblade? There he is. Okay, again, no. Now I can go ahead and jump on Saberblade. Kill him, okay. And now I can keep going and deal some damage. Nice pull. Nice pull. Good job. I whiffed on that. So now, they can push right lane. Gonna take this black buff because they're both weak. Gonna let Grux have that. And now we're pushing this. So I'm gonna stay hidden now. Oh, Steel decided to go. I thought Steel was going to be here. But I guess not. I guess Steel's not going to be here. Okay, well, that's unfortunate. So while they're pushing this mid lane, I should go ahead and get back to my lane. I was going to steal some jungle. I thought we were going to push right lane there, but some of my teammates decided to not go there. And I missed. Okay. Oh, we don't even have a middle tower here. What happened to the middle tower? What happened to the middle tower? Okay, I'm gonna steal some of this jungle right here for my own team. LOL. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna go back to left lane. Now the hardest thing I've noticed with Kallari, okay, now right as they back, they managed to push up on that. They're group pushing that real hard. So I'm gonna go invisible. I'll go right behind them. I'm waiting for them to initiate, okay? Can wait for them to initiate. There we go. There we go. Now I caught one out, alright? And now that I caught one out, I was able to kill one, okay? Notice how sneaky I was on that. Now I'm gonna keep going. We're gonna go invisible again, alright? Nice initiate from Steel. Dealing some good damage there. We're gonna keep going, making our way along. I could have probably entered sprint mode sooner. He body blocked that motherfucker though. Oh, there he goes. Okay. Well, I could have used my ult there, probably on him. When he goes back though, I will use my ult. So hopefully he doesn't back under tower. Hopefully he backs up. So I can get a free kill out of that. But for now, we're just gonna help in clearing these minions and apply pressure here. Okay, he's gonna go under tower and there's Narbash. Alright, so that was a pretty good trade. We got 2 kills out of that. We'll go ahead and take some jungle here. See, so the thing about Kallari is that you don't have to worry too much about that first tower. Okay, it's nice to have that tower as long as possible, but you don't want to worry about it too much because this lets you roam more. Okay, Kallari is a really good roamer. That is the whole point behind Kallari. Okay, she's all about the roam skis. Oh, there's my teammate getting called out and right. She's all about roaming. So if you get yourself into that position where, oh my gosh, you know, you're down on whatever, on in the lane, your tower's pushed, don't worry about it, just keep going. She's also one of the best split pushers in the game for the fact that she can get away whenever. So I'm going to push this lane just a little bit, okay? Because I have my ult. But they're going to give up that first tower just because we don't have the firepower, okay? It's, don't ever ult. Don't ever force an ult, guys. Don't ever force an ult. Because you're just going to end up feeding the enemy team. Okay? By that, I mean, like, if it's a 1v4, there's no way you showing up is going to do anything. So they're pushing that right lane hard. I'm going to take this time to go ahead then and try and push this as much as I can. Hopefully Belica doesn't show up anytime soon. I would really like to back and spend these points so I can accelerate the process. But here comes Belica, I'm pretty sure, on her way over to left. Oh, no, she's actually black. Oh. Okay, so they're chasing someone. Okay, so they got that kill without me, so I'm going to keep split pushing this. Not really worrying about the last hits, just dealing as much damage as I can so I can hurry up and kill these minions. I'm going to keep pushing this. We're going to be able to deal some damage on this tower. Not too much. I don't think we'll be able to kill it. But if we need to, we'll be able to back to the right lane with our ult. I wanted to say ultimate ready. So let's see if we can actually... Yeah, we should be able to take this. Did I get on Saber Blade this time? Yes, I did. There we go. And see, I took a tower and I even got a kill. And now I'm going to go ahead and try and get this other kill. Oh, God. Murdoch! I'm kiting! Oh, the minions got me. Hopefully Murdoch can go ahead and kill her, though, because of it. There we go. So that was how you play with Kallari. That's why she's such a good split pusher, because she can get out of situations just like that. Let's go ahead. So now we're going to go ahead and build some... Actually, we're kind of ahead when it comes to that. So we're going to go ahead and go with Scourging Tails, which is a really, really good passive. We're going to put some more strikes in there. Then we're going to go Adamant Edge, okay? Scourging Tails is a really, really good... And Murdoch did actually end up getting that kill. Alright, he did actually end up getting that kill on that Belica. So overall, I got a death, but if you think about it, I got a tower and a kill before getting that death. And an assist, technically, because, you know, helped with Belica. So, Honestly, that was a really good trade, and we're ahead on CP now. So Scourging Tails, for those of you who don't know, Scourging Tails, when you activate it before you use an ability, every ability hit while it's active for 6 seconds shreds 80 of the enemy armor for 15 seconds, okay? But what a lot of people don't understand is you can activate this card, Scourging Tails, in my #1 slot. You can activate this card right there, and actually, when you pop your ult and you see all 5 enemy team members on the map, the Scourging Tails will affect all 5 of them at once. It will also take them out of sprint mode. It will also take them out of sprint mode, which is really, really good. Because, you know, sometimes they might be rushing to somebody. It'll take them out of it because, hey, you know, you gotta make sure that they don't get to the team fight if they're on their way to a team fight. And you can just go and mind your business while this ult of hers is going, right? We're doing a lot of damage now, which is really, really good. So when they initiate a fight, right, go ahead and say that my ult is ready. My ult is ready, and that they should defend right, because my ult is ready. Go ahead and help Gadget here real quick. Kill these motherfuckers. There we go. We should be good. So again, Bellica's pushing this left. I'm going to go back to Bellica to make sure she doesn't do anything crazy that she'll regret later. And if you play your cards right, you can deal a good amount of damage to anybody with Kallari. You just got to be able to outplay them. So I'm going to go invisible now. Okay, check the scene. Always check the scene first. If you don't see anybody, then you're good. But always enter an area invisible too, just in case you can catch somebody off guard. Just in case. Just in case. So I'm going to keep pushing this now, just split pushing. And when the time comes for a team fight, I'm going to go ult in with my Scourging Tails. And then whoever I focus is going to have even more armor shredded from them. Also, by the way, guys, I'm not really paying attention to what I'm saying and what I'm not saying. So if I, like, rant a little bit or stutter or something, understand that it's a lot to, you know, multitask with. Paying attention to the map, paying attention to what's in front of me and all that. So I apologize in advance, okay? I really do. I apologize in advance. I don't mean it. I don't mean to do these kinds of things, okay? I'm sorry. Oh, let's get rid of this ward. Did not realize there was a ward there. So gonna go ahead and hit. I could use my ult to actually. I will use my ult on him. Fuck it. I was gonna say I could use my ult, but that's kind of savage. Now I'm gonna just walk by him all invisible like nothing ever happened. So they're fighting. And I'm over here with Saberblade, who has no idea what's going on. There we go. Again, focus the minions. Focus the squishiest people, okay? That's what you want to do. You want to focus the squishiest people. Want to get out of the way, out of that Chimera's way. We're going to keep going. Oh, you almost hit him with that. I missed with that. Oh, I forgot to use Scourging Tails that last time. I forgot to use Scourging Tails. Okay, I didn't use Scourging Tails on that ult. I didn't think about it. Maybe it could have helped in the fight, but we still ended up winning that entire fight. So, that's pretty good. So now we can deal some damage to this tower. Say that we did something. And now we're gone, like the wind. And Kallari's also great at stealing jungle because she can just disappear when someone shows up. I'm gonna go ahead and steal this jungle of theirs. Get some CPs, get some CP in a Reno, you already know. So hopefully so far, guys, oh, there's a ward there. I'm not gonna steal this jungle. So hopefully so far, guys, this tutorial has been, well, I wouldn't say I don't want to call it a tutorial really, but this gameplay has kind of shown some light on the matter that Kallari is really not that bad. If you guys take a look, like, I'm playing with decent people. Broseph Stalin, all kinds of bad, you know, the Epic. These are people that I played with before, and, you know, I'm confident. I know that they're not bad. I know that they're not bad, unless my last shot, that was pretty bad. But they're not bad, so they know how to engage. They don't engage in the stupid fights, okay? They're not dumb. They know what they're doing. They're not engaging stupid things, which is really, really helpful in my situation. So we're going to replace that dagger now with some pierce, okay? I should probably go with an extra major major damage, but because they don't have anyone too tanky. Probably should have thought about that. I probably should have thought about that. I'm going to overkill on the pierce a little bit. Should have had a floating major there. That's my fault. Okay, I kind of fucked up on my build a little bit. But I would usually have 2 majors and 1 pierce in this situation because... oh, well, that was a waste. Sorry. Oh, they got a ward here. Yeah, that was a bad ult on my part, I'm not gonna lie. I thought they were gonna engage her sooner, but they didn't. Oh, nice. Pulled one. There we go. Good ult. Good ult. Good kills. I'm gonna focus for Saberblade now. Always go for the Ranger in the fight. Always focus them. I can't reach him, though. Good ult. Good ult by Gadget and everyone else. We're gonna go back in. No, we're not. We're gonna fade away. They got wards here. But good job on the kill right there by Murdoch. And I have black buff too. So remember, as Kallari, you can use your wards to de-ward the enemy wards too. I'm gonna go invisible and try to pick off Saberblade over there. I'm gonna see if I can throwing knife him. Oh. Worth. Oh! Oh! He said you're so pro. Check the chat, fam. Check the chat. Check the motherfucking chat. I'm about to get sniped, though. Well, that was fun. That was real fun. Alright, so we're going to keep going with some more damage. Okay. Yeah, now I'm talking to people in the chat here in the text, but she really isn't that awful. She needs to be ahead to do well. Just like anyone. Yeah, so anyway, hopefully I'm showing you guys with this gameplay that honestly, like, if you just take your time, you're patient in a fight, you don't do stuff you're not supposed to do, right, then you can actually help a lot. And we're actually down in that team fight. I don't know if I can... Yeah, they're not fighting that team fight. So usually Kallari's not the best when it comes to saving people. Saving people's lives. If they keep fighting that, then I might have to. I'm just going to keep split pushing this in the meantime. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I forgot to activate Scorching Tails again. I always put that shit on There we go. I got red buff too. I forgot. I always put it on my 3 keys, so I thought I activated it, but I really didn't. But it's okay because we still managed to get the kills that we needed to get without worries. My butthole has been clenched so tightly this entire game. So really, when you think, you have to make the opponent forget about you as Kallari. You have to come in the most unexpected times. You really do. That's how you gotta play her. Come in the most unexpected times possible. I'm gonna steal some more jungle. This is level 3 now. This is great. Also, by the way, guys, quick tip with Kallari. You don't have to be fully invisible for her damage boost to take effect. A lot of people don't know that. You really don't have to be fully invisible for her damage boost to take effect when you swipe. You can simply activate Q just like I did right there. Oh, what the fuck? This bitch really doesn't like me. What is Epic? What is he doing? Did he DC? Oh, he might have DC'd actually. That's not good. Hopefully nobody finds him. Yeah, he did disconnect. Oh my gosh. There he goes. There he goes, back into the brave new world. Now I have 3 buffs on me. That's Kallari. Marauder clan is the best. Yeah, sorry I'm not talking this entire time, guys, but I've already said mostly of what I want to say with Kallari. I have a little bit of mana regen. That's why I go with Burst Engine. I was just messing around because she's intellect now. She's not a double corruption ability. She's corruption intellect. So I was kind of just messing around with some intellect cards. And I like Burst Engine. It gives you just a little bit more mana regen because the worst thing about Kallari is running out of mana. You know. Like in the middle of a fight. Never want that to happen, so. Chinna. Chifil. Let's ward up some Primolas. Okay, just in case they go and try and do it. Because sooner or later, they're going to have to. I'm going to go ahead and defend left lane, because I saw a few people left lane, so I'm going to make my way over there. Okay, we need Chimera. And like I said, you always want to go in invisibly. So that gives me a vision, alright? That gives me, first off, it gives me vision without them seeing me, okay? And if they see just a Kallari on her own, they're gonna be like, oh, nobody's defending this. You know? They're just gonna go for it, just like YOLO. They're not gonna care. But now we're doing a lot of damage. Look at that, 263 per basic. And at the end of this build, I also do some attack speed. So, needless to say, it's pretty baller. I might have messed up on my build, though. Just a little bit. Again. I think I'm gonna run out. I'm not gonna have a full build. I'm only gonna have 3 CP. Gonna go for Saber Blade like always. Always go for Saber Blade. Get that pierce. Deal some damage to him. All right, so I'm gonna die in the process, but I'm gonna kill Saber Blade, who can do more damage than me in that. They got him, so now we won that fight 3v1, so that's really good. Did I fuck up my build? Yes, I did fuck up my build. I put in a couple too many of them strikes. Couple too many of them strikes, boyos. Whoopsie daisies. Alright, we're going to be down 3 card points. It's all good, though. We're still ahead. We're still doing a good amount of damage. And honestly, that was worth it. Okay, that was a good trade. 3v1, that was a good trade. It could have been way worse if I didn't show up. Way worse if I didn't show up. Now, the reason I did die there, though, is because I used my flip, okay? You always want to try and save your flip as a getaway. But they had a ward down, and I didn't have enough time to, like, serpentine my way up to him. So that's why I just went balls in to deal damage. But because of this fight, my teammates are going to go ahead and start Prime. The enemy isn't going to be able to stop them. They only got one Gideon over here while Bellica is split pushing right. By the time I come back up, my ult will be ready. So if Bellica even pushes up to that inhibitor, let's say she even gets that tier 2, it's not really going to matter. So, yeah. We got Gideon in the shadow pool. He's going to try and steal it with the rock. I think he missed, though. He missed with his meteor. I don't know why he dropped down. Maybe he was trying to get that kill on Grux, if I had to guess. But there's Murdoch behind Gideon. And he's going to be dealing some damage to him. He's going to back off, though, because he missed that shot. And we're back up now. And our ult is ready, you know, just in case we needed it for some action. And, yeah, now we're good, and we can go ahead and group up with our teammates. And if we take a look, their Gideon's very underfed. So is their Narbash. We're ahead of everyone in CP. We've got the most CP on our team because look at our farm, guys. Look how much farm we have as Kallari. We have 125 as farm. That's what I'm talking about, guys. She's really good laner. She's a really, really good laner. Alright? If you try to play her as jungle, maybe that's where you're, like, starting to get her, like, you know, it's difficult for her. She used to be a good jungler with her old kit, but nowadays, you can't do that. So... can't really do that. There's this guy. So they're gonna, yeah, I knew they were gonna try to, it's like CDR, right? They're gonna try and wait for us out, wait us out. So usually a good way to do it, like if you're a Kallari on the battlefield. Forgot. What do you forget? The fuck? Alright, Steel forgot something. I guess he forgot his build or something. I should be split pushing though. Really should be. I'm going to go ahead and split push, actually, right now. Kallari's a good split pusher, like I said, because she can come in at any time with her ult. So I'm going to go ahead and divert their attention over here and split push. While they're busy over there guarding this, I can push my way up to inhibitor. They can just wait it out, honestly, if they wanted to. Gonna go on Saber Blade after using that. Did we turn it in? We didn't turn it in, did we? Great. We didn't turn it in. Y'all waited way too long. Waited way too long. Waited way too long for that prime.